If you're still wearing the marketer hat in your law firm, let's talk, because it's time to create a plan to figure out how to delegate that marketing work to either another person or a team of people to push those marketing results forward. Now we got to figure out, how do we make sure they're as efficient and effective as possible? We use a proprietary system. We've partnered with one of our clients, Bert Diener, called Flow. Flow is a methodology. It's a management structure to make sure we're getting the most out of our team, make sure our team is happy. And so we personally use Flow in our practice, as well as many of the law firms that work with us as clients use Flow in theirs to be able to manage their marketing team to make sure we're getting stuff done on time, on deadline, and getting the results that we need to get. So let's walk through how Flow looks in a practical sense. Flow is comprised of primarily 4 elements: a retro meeting, a planning meeting, a daily stand-up, and individual one-on-ones. The retro meeting is reviewing data from a particular sprint period. Usually in marketing, you're running 1-week sprints. You're trying to hit your weekly goals, right? Every firm might be a little bit different, but you're reviewing the data from your weekly sprint. This is where all of the members of the marketing team, including the process leader and the process owner, and you're figuring out, did we hit our goal? If not, why? Well, what did we miss? Your planning should be your process leader and your process owner together. This is now figuring out, okay, from our retro, here's what we know. Now we need to create a plan to go hit our goal for this sprint period. Here's what's going to change. Here's the plan that needs to be executed. Your daily stand-up is going to be run by your process leader. And as a law firm owner in the early days, you should be intimately involved in all of this. That's what we did early on, is we were involved in all of it. Your daily stand-up is going to be accountability. Basically, okay, team member by team member. What was the goal? Did we hit it? What was in the way? And it's really about removing obstacles. Daily stand-up should be 15 minutes max. It's a quick check-in. Is there anything in the way today that as a process leader or process owner, we can remove to allow you to work towards your goals? And then the one-on-ones, this is for the process leader to meet with individual team members on the marketing team for training purposes or just one-on-one conversations to do check-ins with them. If you're in one of those positions and you'd like to learn how to start to build up the team, even just outside of this video, you could head to thelawfirmsecret.com. We'd love to show you a path on how to actually do this from a practical perspective after doing it ourselves and with other law firms. So just to be clear, this kind of removed a lot of the quarterly or monthly reviews because we were doing it on such a regular basis through stand-ups, through our one-on-ones, and identifying how each team member is doing. And if they need any particular training, we're able to come alongside them on a one-on-one, and that would help them continue to move the needle forward. But what we found to be efficient is something we call a power hour. As you start to grow your marketing team, it's very likely that you as the law firm owner, especially if you were doing some of these tasks prior to, it's very possible that you feel frustrated at times. And when I say frustrated, I mean because you feel like you can do all of the same work in half the time or less. The answer to that is probably true. You probably can. As you start to build a team, what ends up happening is the team usually, and this is at no fault other than the manager and the law firm owner themselves, including us, the team usually gets inefficient. We're not making the best use of our time. When we were first starting, sometimes to run a single ad set and get it out the door and get everything ready, it would take us a whole work week. And me, candidly, as the CMO, would get frustrated because I would feel what took us a whole work week, I could do in a morning. And that would be frustrating to me. But I recognize it's because we were scattered. There were team members that were in multiple different departments. And so everyone started getting scattered. They were working on their tasks to move toward the goal, but they got scattered. And the power hour helped center us. So what is the power hour? That was our secret weapon to maximize efficiency. The power hour was literally a single hour every day where the team is working on only that department's tasks. So for example, if we had an ad set we need to get out the door, that power hour, you have the process leader. They're acting as a train conductor. They're saying, okay, copywriter, I need you to do this to get the task done. Head of tech, I need you to go do this to get the landing pages built. Okay, video editor, complete this task. And everyone's working together, which means you've got a real-time feedback loop, especially if your team is working remotely. A lot of law firms are back in office, but assuming your team is working remotely, this is tougher because now you're trying to message people at certain times. Sometimes you're able to get them, sometimes you're not. When you're in person on a team, doing this in office is even more powerful, but doing it remotely, it's a necessity. If the copywriter's got a question for the video editor, or the copywriter's got a question for the process leader, it's happening right there real time. They're able to get the answer to that question and then get the task done. And so what happened? We went from taking a full work week to get a single ad set done to now we're able to get multiple ad sets done in a single day. And that's because marketing power hour, efficiencies in flow with the stand-up meetings, efficiencies in our planning, and making sure we're reviewing our data properly. This isn't just theory. This is stuff we do every single day, and that's going to help propel your law firm's marketing team forward. The concept of building a marketing team is a big one, and it's not going to be fully covered in one single video. If you would like to better understand how to start to build out a marketing team for your law firm, we'd love to spend 10 minutes with you talking about how we might be able to do that. And you can head to thelawfirmsecret.com. We'd love to chat more about how to implement this.